Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday to you. Welcome to our Microsoft Flight Simulator live stream for today. We are in the A320 going from Jacksonville, Florida to Atlanta. And we're going to leave the live weather on and let's get in here. Morning, Mick. How are you? Mix in both places. Nice. All right. If you want to post that, and I'll pin our little blurb there, Mick, I greatly appreciate that. Apologize for my slight delay. Took a little while getting up this morning. I had my first appointment with physical therapy, and it wasn't that it was super strenuous. It really I'm a little sore, and I don't know why. Ooh, I hear thunder. Ooh, this is going to be fun. Alright, so let's make sure we have all of our doodads turned on and off. Let's get the checklist open. Let's get this going. Get the clearance.
Clearance delivery World Air 2377 IFR to Atlanta, ready to copy.
World Air 2377
There we go.
is cleared to Atlanta Airport as filed.
Thank you, Mick.
Takeoff runway 26 climb and maintain 12,000 feet. Departure frequency is 119.0 squawk tree 034.
Okay. Got that.
World Air 2377 cleared to Atlanta Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 26 climb and maintain 12,000 feet. Departure on 119.0 squawk tree 034.
World Air 2377 read back correct. Contact ground on 121.9. Good day.
Ooh, we're gonna have a bumpy departure, that's for sure.
Jacksonville ground World Air 2377 with whiskey ready to taxi IFR.
World Air 2377
Ooh,
taxi to and hold short at
that just lit up the sky pretty good.
Charlie. Contact tower on 118.3 when ready.
Alright.
Taxiing hold short runway 26 using taxiway Charlie World Air 2377. Jacksonville ground World Air 2377 requesting pushback.
World Air 2377 pushback request accepted.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. It's gonna be a bumpy ride, folks.
Jacksonville ground World Air 2377 requesting pushback tug to steer the aircraft to the left.
World Air 2377, your request has been transmitted to the operator.
Jacksonville ground
enough
World
right
Air
there.
2377 requesting the end of pushback.
World Air 2377 request to end pushback received.
We got all our lights on. Yeah, it is. I wasn't expecting thunderstorms, that's for sure. Well, the good news is the sun's coming up, so that's the good news. Bad news is I don't think the weather's going anywhere anytime soon. Some nice color in the sky, though, that's for sure, with those clouds. Alright, there's our runway. Oh, it's over there. I thought it was right next to us. No, it's up there. No, that is the runway. That's what I thought. Let's let him take over the radios. There we go.
Jacksonville Tower World Air 2377 at runway 26 ready for departure IFR to Atlanta.
World Air 2377, altimeter 30.21 wind com. Cleared for takeoff runway 26.
Cleared for takeoff runway 26 World Air 2377.
Well, that's what I wanted. 3021. Gotta plug that in here. big update coming out today. Roughly 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Looking forward to that. Try to get it downloaded as soon as possible so I can go in and have a look at the new stuff. Tomorrow we are flying from Atlanta to Dallas. We're going to go in the 737 MAX. We're not going to taxi out because the engine startup procedure is a bit wonky, getting the plane all started up. So we're just going to take off from a runway and get in the air and go. But it'll be live weather also for that one, at least. Hopefully the weather, I think they're looking at some weather improvements in this new update, if I understood correctly. All right. Let's just go.
World Air 2377, contact Jacksonville, departure on 119.0. Good day.
Going to 119.0 World Air 2377. Jacksonville departure World Air 2377 is passing 1,400 feet, climbing 12,000 feet.
World Air 2377, Jacksonville departure altimeter 30.21, continue as planned.
Well, that wasn't such a bad takeoff. Wasn't bumpy and all over the place. Ooh. Let's dial in our first bit of speed here. Kind of climbing above the low clouds. Ooh, look at that sunrise. Real nice. So tomorrow, yeah. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So tomorrow, Atlanta to Dallas 737. We're going to fly in the Southwest Airlines livery.
Contact Jacksonville Center on 126.75. Good day.
126.75 World Air 2377.
Yeah. Well, they said winds are
Jacksonville
calm,
Center,
so
World Air
I was
2377
expecting
is at 8,300 feet, climbing
the plane to be a little bit more like all over the place.
World Air 2377, Jacksonville Center altimeter 30.21, continue to KIMML as planned.
Alright, I don't think we need that on anymore. We can add just a bit of light here. So yeah, we're going to do that Saturday. Of course, it's Spitfire Saturday. Sunday will be, we're going to fly just down the coast from Nice the big airport there we've flown into before. There's a small... We're going to take off in a floater plane. We're going to turn, go back up the coast, and we're going to fly along and find Monaco and Monte Carlo, and we're just going to kind of cruise along the coast there and just enjoy some scenery along the Mediterranean there, and just try to enjoy that. So that's our flying tour for Sunday. So that carries us through the weekend. Have to look at Monday's flights, the rest of the week. I'll have to plan that out. Sunday, of course, first will be Farm Sim.
World Air 2377, climb and maintain flight level 240.
240.
Climb and maintain flight level 240, World Air 2377.
So why does it always do that? So once we get above 18, we got to switch that to back to standard. Let's have a look at our flight plan. So we have that up so we can verify our points and everything. And let's dial this out just a bit, just to get an idea of what's coming up. So let's see what else. So yeah, that'll take us through the weekend, and sometime today or tomorrow I'm going to have to plan out all of next week's stuff. And except for the next... Well, let me make sure I know for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. The next 4 Wednesdays, there will not be any streams in the morning. I'm going to physical therapy in the morning, so I'm not going to try to squeeze in a stream and all that. So Wednesdays, for the next 4 Wednesdays starting next week, there won't be any streams. So I have to plan around that. Other days may, everything's kind of to be determined in some cases. I mean, I'll plan something out, and if I have to, I'll just kick the can down the road, so to speak. But the ones that won't change will be Spitfire Saturday and our flying tours on Sunday and all that. Oh, you know what I don't need on right now? Is that. Well, see, it's not so bad. Once we got up out above the clouds, it's kind of nice.
World Air 2377, contact Jacksonville Center on 132.3. Good day.
Ooh, gotta change that to standard.
Going to 132.3, World Air 2377. Jacksonville Center, World Air 2377 is passing flight level 180, climbing flight level 240.
World Air 2377, Jacksonville Center, continue to RD as planned.
Yeah, it's a pretty smooth flight, actually, surprisingly. Got some nice cloud layers, got some nice early morning color in the sky. Yeah, this is good. I think this is going to be an okay flight. Not too shabby. I think we can minimize this for right now. Did move it just. There we go. Really nice. I'd be snapping pictures out the side window here if I was in this plane. Oh. Trying to think what else there was to discuss or talk about. Don't know. Might be a little bit wind up here because we're on the track. We're not flying necessarily, it's like we're flying a little bit sideways again, but not significantly much. We're still going in the right direction, according to the plane.
World Air 2377, climb and maintain flight level 300. Climb and maintain flight level 300, World Air 2377.
And away we go. The one in front of us, Baxley. Yep. Boy, it sounds windy up here. Very windy. Mick, can you take care of those two and report them, please, and thank you? Thank you, frickin' bots. You're gonna get reported. You're gonna get your account banned. I know you're gonna start up another one. I'm gonna keep banning you until you guys get the hint. Do not come into my channel with that crap. Morning, Pithers. How are you? I got somebody else viewing. I know Mick's there on Twitch. Somebody else is on Twitch. Hasn't said a word. Not sure who it is. Welcome. Let's see. From Baxley, let's look out a little bit farther. So we're going to turn. We're going to track a little bit this way. And then we're going to turn back towards. We're going to go fly away from Atlanta just a bit. And then we're going to turn back and start our. I'm doing okay. Then we're going to start our descent into Atlanta. And we could probably look all the way out for that. Yeah, see, there's our kind of what our flight plan is going to look like. Here, and then we're going to kind of zig, turn, and then kind of make a lazy right, and then turn back in and line up for the runway. Get an idea of how we're coming in. Ooh, lightning strike down there. Ooh, there comes some bumps. Boy, the wind is pretty strong up here today. I reckon that'd be good. There. Oh, thank you, Mick. Appreciate it. It's weird, it says there's no concurrent viewers at all, yet you guys are in the chat. That's kind of weird. I don't know if there's a problem with the way YouTube's acting this morning. You guys must be viewing, or I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's like nobody is saying, like nobody's there. Good morning, Amela. How are you? See, now Amela's here. That's 3 people, but it's saying 0. That's strange. Pro Shock. I'm viewing. Okay, well, thank you, Pro Shocker. That's strange. I don't know why it's saying that there's 0 people watching on YouTube. I'm trying to think of, Thanksgiving's coming up next week. Here in America, at least. That's a week from today, actually. I don't know. I have to think of something special for Turkey Day. Let's see. Oh, going to... Okay. Thanks for telling me, Nick. Appreciate that. I guess I need to find a way to... I should add that in on the title on Twitch when I start up, before I start up the Twitch stream, where we're flying to or what we're doing for the day. I do it on YouTube, but I need to start doing it on Twitch as well. Well, it is really windy sounding up here. Oh, nice. London to Oslo. That would be a really good,
Contact Jacksonville Center on 132.5.
be an interesting trip. Yeah, I'm okay in Bella. Just kind of got not twisted and turned when I did my first appointment with physical therapy for my shoulders yesterday. But it just seems like I don't know, it just felt, you know, like yesterday when I got home I was sore, and when I woke up this morning I was a bit sore, but I mean, I'll take some Tylenol. It's just, I don't know if it's muscle inflammation or joint inflammation or maybe a combination of the two. Just, yeah, just a little sore. Yes, it is, Pro. Well, it's the first on a long time ago, way back in the day, and I'm not trying to show my age, but we had an IBM PC Junior that had a flight simulator. It was 2 military aircraft you could take off in an F-18. It was kind of a really cruddy looking F-18 model from a carrier, or you could take off from an F-16 on land. Yeah. Well, that's what I tried to... I said, you know, it's just a part of getting old, and the physical therapist is like, no, you're not that old. I'm like, well, my age might not say it, but my body's saying differently. So, yeah.
World Air 2377 contact Atlanta Center on 135
All right.
55. Good day.
135.5.
Yeah, I like it, Pro.
Atlanta Center,
I like the
World Air
fact that it's
277, flight level 300.
I mean, I'm playing on the
World Air
Xbox.
277 Atlanta Center. Continue to navigate as planned.
Is that the one in front of us? No. No, it will be. Okay. You know, and I try to find stuff that I can fly reasonably easily. You know, using just my my little controller. I don't have like the flight stick and all that kind of stuff yet. I would like to get that. Ooh, we need the windshields de-iced. Wow, that is some cold weather if we start to see a little frost on the windows. So yeah, I can't fly everything. You know, not everything works, obviously. Yeah. Oh, nice, bro. Yeah, I know a lot of people, they were playing Flight Simulator 10, X-Plane 11. You know, I'm in the forums and I hear a lot of that chatter about the, you know, what they used to do compared to, you know, and comparatively they think this version is not, you know, especially since it's been out on PC for just over a year now, or almost a year, or a year today, I think. But either way, that there's a lot of problems that haven't been addressed over that year. Although some people say they've noticed a significant improvement. It's very difficult.
2377 contact Atlanta Center on 128
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, I'm happy
Going to 128.1
with
World Air
what I'm able to
2377.
do. You know, it's not a lot, but
Atlanta Center
it's
World
better
Air
than nothing.
2377,
I'm
flight
enjoying
level
it.
300.
I don't always understand a lot of the stuff, but I try to figure it out. And, you know, or I'll go into forums and ask questions and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't, I'm not an expert by any measure, I don't think. I try to find some fun places to fly to and from and all that. I did see the article, the interview that Jorg did the other day at some point, and that they have a 10-year plan. And so, yeah. So I think they've got, it sounds like they've got a good plan, and they're going to bring more stuff to the Xbox, which I like, because it felt kind of like everything's going to the PC and the Xbox just has been kicked to the curb already, and we've only barely scratched the surface on this simulator. It's only been out for a few months now. But they did say there's stuff coming soon, probably within the next year. You know, going into 2022, we'll start to see more aircraft. Which is fine. So yeah, I think it's gonna. They got a good plan. At least I'm hopeful for it, but it's only time's gonna tell what that's gonna look like, or what they're going to do with it. So. But yeah, so it's just, it's just in my shoulders, like it's to the point now where if I lay on my side when I sleep, I get woken up. As a matter of fact, it happened last night, on my left side especially, for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah, I was getting the pain and all that, so. Yeah, so we're going to try physical therapy for now and see what happens. Well, I mean, mine is basically from my military service, you know. It's, you put your body through a lot and you're expected to, but then, you know, when you're not old, but your body feels like it's much older, it's, yeah, it gets harder to move around and everything, you know. I've already got arthritis in my knees. It's probably already starting in my shoulders. You know, just, I accept it for what it is, but it's, you know, it's not fun either. There we go. Sun's up. Alright, we're going to turn towards Atlanta here in a moment. So, yeah. Alright, so yeah, we'll make that left turn coming up here. And then we should start Ewok. Wow. That's an interesting name for a waypoint. Turn that off. We don't need that now that the sun's up. Interestingly, the trim wheel is not moving a whole heck of a lot. Normally it seems like it's all over the place. Yeah. Yeah, I know what that means. I know how you feel, Mick. That's one thing. My doc was very adamant that I don't take too much Tylenol. So, alright, 30, let's go ahead and request 10,000, go to 20,000.
Atlanta Center World Air 2377. Request flight level 200.
World Air 2377 descend and maintain flight level 240. Expect flight level 200.
I can live with that.
Descend and maintain flight level 240. Expect flight level 200. World Air 2377.
Oh, we got a little bit off the path there. It'll correct itself. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that seemed... I sleep for a while, then I wake up because I can't... I gotta get comfortable again, and it takes me an hour or so just to get back to sleep, and then before I know it, it's like time to get up, so... Yeah, it's not fun. Alright. Should be... Yeah, that's something that I enjoy, Mick, that this does get me up out of bed. I mean, I could lay there and be lazy and not do anything, but this gives me a reason to get out of bed in the morning and do something. I mean, it's not like the most demanding thing, but it does provide a bit of, you know, thinking about other... I'm not really thinking about a lot of other stuff. I'm just trying to concentrate on this, but... You know, we do have story time, of course, and all that. So, yeah. We're almost at 240, so we should get down to flight level 200. Any minute now we should get that call.
World Air 2377 descend
There we go.
maintain flight level 200.
Descend and maintain flight level 200. World Air 2377.
Wow, this is some interesting cloud cover with the shadows and the light. This kind of looks a little weird. I had to look like, what is that below me? That doesn't look normal. That's an interesting rendition of this low cloud cover. Well, not today, Pithers. I mean, there's stuff I'd like to talk about, but we're getting ready to land, and maybe we'll talk about it on Sunday while I don't know, or maybe tomorrow, because I think tomorrow's flight's a little bit longer from Atlanta to Dallas, so yeah, but not right now. I was gonna say talk about some stuff, but I'm just like, yeah, nah, I'm good. All right, let's kind of look ahead again. Oops. Just kind of a quick. So we're getting here to Layum. I don't know if it's an M or an H. Then we're gonna fly in this way, and then we're gonna go here, and then we'll start that kind of. We'll go down and turn left and into the approach there. Well, I mean, I try to think about. I like to plan it a little bit ahead, you know, like if there's something, a story or something, or somebody says something that kind of jogs my memory about things, you know, and then it's like, oh, I can do a story time about that. It's not so much that it would have been story time today, it's just some observations I've made recently about how, well, you know, I'll just kind of give you an overview. What I've noticed recently is in my opinion, now I could be wrong, I feel that I've been disrespected as a veteran in the last couple days. When I flew back from Birmingham, I asked for my baggage, the fee to be comped, and the gal behind the counter just laughed and said, "We don't do that here." And I was like, wow, okay. You know, it was like I just felt disrespected. Now, if she had said, "Oh, I apologize, sir. We've been told we cannot offer veterans a baggage comp. You know, I apologize if that was the way it was in the past. Corporate said, yada yada yada, or something." So it was disrespectful to me. Now, yesterday I get on the bus. Now, I have a veteran's ID card that's issued by the VA, which is a government, as far as I'm concerned, it's a government issued ID card. You know,
going to 123.9 World Air 2377.
So
Atlanta Center World Air 2377.
I showed it to the bus driver, said veteran, so I pay $1 to ride the bus. And he said, "Well, we're not supposed to accept that, but you need to get, there's a one that you have to get from the county that, you know, I have to go down to the courthouse and get a special ID card that says I can get a discount on the bus." Now, if I have a VA ID card, which is a federal government issued ID card, why would I need to go get a county one? Why would I need two separate IDs to prove that I'm a veteran and I'm worthy of this $1 off bus fare? You know, it's just like, why is that so difficult for people? Why can't they just say, you know, hey, just get, it's not like anybody's going to check, right? All he has to say, yep, he showed me an ID card, and fine. It is what it is. And I plugged in that he was a veteran and all that. All right, we're gonna go to we'll go to 14,000 here. Yeah, let's do that. So 4,000.
Atlanta Center World Air 2377. Request 14,000 feet.
World Air 2377, descend and maintain 14,000 feet. Keep speed not above 280 knots.
Alright, there we go.
Descend and maintain 14,000 feet. Keep speed not above 280 knots. World Air 2377.
So, yeah. So it just kind of puzzled me because I just show it and people are just like, go ahead, you know, pay the dollar. They don't care because it's still revenue coming in. But when this, well, you really need to go get that other ID card, sir. And I'm like, you know, is it really worth you, like, pissing me off, you know, getting, you know, like, look, I don't think I'm asking for, it's not like I'm asking for a free ride, which I've seen people do, and they just tell, go ahead and sit down, it's fine, whatever, because they just don't want to deal with all the headaches. What it seems like, and again, I'm just kind of speculating here, they say stuff, they know they're going to get a response out of you, and then they can say, well, we'll just kick you off the bus. You're not welcome here. You know, which is what, you know, I think the way the lady conducted herself at the ticket counter, she was like, oh, I know this is going to trigger this guy, and then he's going to get frustrated with me. I'm going to call security. He's not even going to make his flight now. So I have to kind of like swallow that anger somehow, control myself to not, but I wanted to tell her, like, if that's the case, then you could tell your boss and he could pass it up to corporate. This is the last time and I told them that. I filed a complaint. I said, as far as I'm concerned, the ticket counter agent was disrespectful. You know, I don't think I was asking for anything unreasonable. If it was something that they changed their policy, that's all she had to say, instead of like chuckling about it like I was, you know, asking for something, like I was asking for a free flight somewhere. You know, like, oh, could you copy my flight? Could you give me my money back? But I still want to get on the plane. You know, well, no, sir, that's not how it works. Well, why doesn't it work that way? So it just, I mean, not everybody's that way. You know, most people like, hey, yeah, we can, you know, if it's not a comp, they'll say, well, we can, well, how about you pay $15 instead of $30? Okay, well, that's reasonable. I would have been willing to compromise with that. But oops, that's. So I don't really know. It's just, I'm just thinking, why do I need an extra ID card? And I feel like I should contact whoever's like oversees like the transit system here in the area and say, is this really necessary? If I have a VA ID card, why do I need to go get another ID card? What's the difference? You know, especially during a pandemic, because I'm like, well, I'm not going to worry about it right now because, you know, there's COVID going on. They may not have the staff to do all that. And what happens if that's the case? Oh, we can't do that, sir. We just don't have the ability to provide that service for you right now. What am I supposed to do? You know. So probably Wednesday after I get done at the clinic for my appointment for physical therapy, I'll walk over to the courthouse building and ask them, and if they say sorry, then I'm going to say, is there anything you can provide me? Because when I show my VA ID card to the bus drivers, I'm going to give them that, I'm going to show them that letter saying, or something saying, the other ID, your ID card section is closed until further notice, and that way I don't have to hear about it. But yeah, I just, it's getting a little bit annoying, and it's so sad that the flight that I took was the week of Veterans Day. This happens shortly after Veterans Day. It's like, you know, I'm not asking for, I don't think I'm being unreasonable. I don't think I'm asking for too much. But you ask a lot from me. You know, there's the saying that a veteran is somebody who wrote a blank check to the United States of America, up to including your life, giving your life for your country. But why is it that we write that blank check, but somebody can't just say, "Go ahead, sir, just pay the dollar, you're fine"? What's the big deal? I don't quite understand it. It boggles my mind. All right, let's just go right to 10,000. Oh wait, no, let's go to 11. feet.
Atlanta Center World Air 2377. Request 11,000 feet.
World Air 2377, descend and maintain 11,000 feet. Keep speed not above 250 knots.
Descend and maintain 11,000 feet. Keep speed not above 250 knots. World Air 2377.
We'll just go to 240. I just don't quite understand that. You know, why is that such a... You know, I always ask, like, if we wrote that blank check, how come when it comes to our health care, when it comes to just simple things like that, how come nobody else is willing to write that blank check in return? You know, I don't quite understand it. And as I talked to my buddy yesterday after I got off the bus, I said, why is it so flippin' hard to be a veteran in this country? I don't quite understand it. You'd think that after all the crap that the Vietnam veterans went through, people would have gotten the message that you don't mistreat the veterans, don't crap on them because of political decisions that they don't have any control over. You know, why is that so difficult? I don't understand it. But maybe I'm not supposed to understand it. I don't know.
World Air 2377, contact Atlanta Center on 134.5. Good day.
All right. Well, let's go.
134.5 for World Air 2377.
I think we can.
Atlanta Center World Air 2377 is at 11,800 feet, descending 11,000 feet.
World Air 2377 Atlanta Center altimeter 30.24 continue to CHW
3024. Oops, other way. All right. So I don't know. It almost makes it like I just rather walk everywhere. Why should I even bother with the bus? If they can't, why should they get my money even if it's $1? I'm perfectly capable of walking wherever. I don't care if it's cold out. I'd rather suffer because I'm just that hard-headed that if you're going to disrespect me, then I'll just take my money and keep it, whether it's $1, $2, whatever, and you lose out on that. Because you have people who, instead of just saying, "Go ahead, sit down, sir, have a nice day." Like when I went downtown, I showed my ID card. The guy said, "Go ahead." I paid my $1. He sat down. He said, "By the way, thank you for your service." And I said, "Oh, thank you." That's it. I'm like, why is that so hard for the people to do? You know, I just, you know, or maybe I'm expecting too much. I don't know.
Atlanta Center World Air 2377. Request 10,000 feet.
World Air 2377 descend and maintain 10,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 10,000 feet. World Air
Right down to
2377.
210. Yeah, I just don't get it. But I was going to talk about that, but I'm like, no, it's too much of a downer. You know, Nobody wants to hear about those sorts of things.
World Air 2377 contact Atlanta Center on 128.0. Good day.
Going to 128.0 World Air 2377. Atlanta Center World Air 2377 10,200 feet.
World Air 2377 Atlanta Center altimeter 30.25. Continue to Daffy as planned.
At least we're getting regular altimeter updates, which is good. Let's go ahead and go to 180. Start slowing down here. I know somebody just posted something. I'll read it in just a moment. Just a second here. Dial this in. Put some flaps down. Well, I mean, I get that it's... I don't expect that everybody's going to appreciate it. Some people, that's how they are, whether it's how they were raised or how they're, you know, whatever.
Atlanta Center World Air 2377. Request 8,000 feet.
World Air 2377 descend and maintain 8,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 8,000 feet World Air 2377.
Oh, wait. Ooh, that's way... Nope, no. That's 80,000 feet. Good Lord. I almost screwed that up. Ooh. Well, the part of it is, Mick, I do understand that not everybody... There's never going to be a large swath of any society that is going to appreciate their veterans. You know, that's just not in their... that's just not how they are. Come on, start descending, you knucklehead. There we go. You know, this is the way it is. And I know that I can't, you know, like if I get...
Please expedite your descent, 8,000 feet.
If I get angry about it, you know, they just say, well, then we're going to call the law enforcement and they'll deal with you, and, you know, and then, but that doesn't solve anything either. But to them, it does. You know, because they don't care that they've had to remove somebody from the bus who they feel is being unruly. You know. And we're not even at 8,000 feet now. We got to get down to about 6 and probably even lower than that. I mean, the crazy thing is there's even some veterans that say you should never ask for a discount on anything. Who are you to ask for that? Well, because some places do offer veterans discount. If they don't have anything posted, it doesn't hurt to ask. You know, what's the big deal? I don't know. And see, I didn't need that other card because when I was a student, when I was working at the community college, my student and employee ID card, I could ride the bus for free everywhere.
2377, you are 24 miles southeast. Descend and maintain 5,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 26 left approach via Geary transition. Cleared to Geary.
Descend and maintain 5,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 26 left approach via Geary transition. Cleared to Geary World Air 2377.
It's like when I had appointments downtown, I just used my employee or student ID card, and they didn't know if I was going to school or not. I just go and do my thing. You know, it's not like they had to know what I was doing. Was I actually going to school that day? Was I going to work? It was none of their business. But yeah, I don't know why. I don't quite understand the thought process behind why it's so important to have that, but I don't know, maybe there's a rhyme or reason. I don't know. Now the question is going to be, are we going to get an updated altimeter reading before we're on the approach so that we're not too high or too low? Because then I don't think the approach mode will capture the ILS beacon correctly. We won't get the tractor beam engaged. Yeah, I agree with that, Amela. Yeah, you're right. That is an issue. Yeah. Like, I know back in the day, if I disrespected my grandparents especially, oh man, I would have never heard the end of it. You know, that was a big no-no when I was growing up. You never disrespected your grandparents especially. Let alone your parents, but your grandparents, ooh, that was like the ultimate insult. You disrespect your grandparents, ooh, you were in deep trouble. But yeah, I mean, just like the story with that kid who got a new Xbox controller and his grandparents bought it for him, I think for his birthday or for Christmas one year. He didn't want to go back home with them. I want to go back home and can you take me back to my parents, and I want to play Xbox now. The look in their eyes, they were just like, they were genuinely hurt. You could see it, especially on Grandma's eyes. She was genuinely just very, you could see her, she was about to cry, I think. And that kid he was looking at his new Xbox controller, didn't even notice that his grandmother was in near tears by what he said. Because he got what he wanted, and they no longer mattered to him at that moment. So, yeah, it was rather unfortunate. Yeah, if I had ever disrespected my grandparents, Yeah. Not that there would have been any good reason, but yeah, that's the big no-no. But I don't think it, like I said, I don't think I asked for anything unreasonable. I don't, you know, I'll ask for assistance, or I'll ask for, can we do this, you know. If the answer is no, then just say, I'm sorry, sir, I can't do that, or just, you know, say it in such a way that I don't feel like you're demeaning my service, you know, because that's what it feels like sometimes. And again, that might be me, you know, overthinking things, but I don't know. It's hard to tell sometimes. Oh, excuse me. Anyway. Well, there's kind of story time. Not that it was much of one, but there you go.
World Air 2377 descend and maintain 4,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 4,000 feet, World Air 2377.
But anyway. All right. Well, we will be on the ground shortly in Atlanta. Hot Atlanta, as they like to call it. At least it's not too overcast. A little bit of clouds, but not too bad overall. Should have a nice approach in.
World Air 2377, you are 13 miles east of Atlanta. Contact Atlanta Tower on 119 decimal tree when inbound on the approach.
Tower on 119 decimal tree, World Air 2377. Atlanta Tower, World Air 2377, 13 miles east, inbound ILS runway 26 left approach.
Let's see if we have an altimeter reading. 2024, just a smidge below. 24.
Cleared ILS runway 26 left approach, World Air 2377.
Oh shoot! Oh no! What's going on? Okay. Whew. Oh my goodness! That was suddenly. It was like we just. Okay, it was changing because I had to change the... Alright, cheers and mellow. Take care, enjoy your day. Oh no, the approach mode is off. Why is it not? Look at that. See, it's like the thing is it's showing... Oh, that doesn't make any sense. what happened. That's why. Right now I gotta get it. I gotta get this on. Nope, it's still off. Doggone it. Well, you know what that means, folks. It is time to fly it in manually. The system has gone wonky. It's not engaging. So, dun, 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 dun. Everything off. 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 No. We can do this. We have the technology. Well, at least we have a calm wind.
World Air 2377, wind calm, cleared to land runway 26 left.
Cleared to land runway 26 left, World Air 2377.
No, was that the approach mode finally? Was that? Well, I don't trust it because the line was not showing towards the runway. So we're going to fly it in manually. Which apparently is what some pilots do even in an ILS approach. They like to fly it in manually. Could we be going too slow? Well, either this is going to end very well or this is going to end badly. Alright, that's about usually when I would expect a 500, I believe. There's the lights. Saw them briefly there for a second. Where's the runway? Okay, there it is.
200. 100. 60, 50, 40, 30, 20. Retire.
Ooh. Uh-oh. There we go. Woo! That was not quite the landing I was hoping for, but we're on the ground despite everything. Ooh. I don't like that, but we made it.
World Air 2377, exit runway when able.
You got it. Well, on behalf of the entire flight crew, including myself and First Officer Mick, we'd like to welcome you to Atlanta International. Local time is 7:53 in the morning.
World Air 2377, exit runway when able.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to turn. Thank you. Can I turn before I turn? No. We know, we acknowledge, we appreciate the fact that you have many options when it comes to your Microsoft Flight Simulator viewing pleasures. We are glad that you chose us today. We look forward to continue seeing you fly with us.
121.75 World Air 2377. Atlanta ground, World Air 2377, taxi to the gate.
World Air 2377, taxi to gate Charlie 55 via taxiway.
Well, that's not too...
Taxiing to gate Charlie 55 via taxiway, World Air 2377.
Can I just go right there? Why would I go all the way down? My gate's right there. That makes no sense whatsoever. I'm just going to cut right across because I can. There's no reason for me to go all the way down and then come back. I mean, not that I could think of. We got passengers that like to get to their gates. They're continuing flights and such. Oh. I probably have an update to do then. I gotta check my iPhone here shortly. Let's see what updates are available. Alright, I think I'm pretty much right in line there. Yep, looks like it. Just a little bit more forward, I think, is where they want me. Well, that's where they're going to get me. Let's see if we can get the jetway to attach.
Atlanta ground, World Air 2377, could you please connect the jetway to the aircraft?
World Air 2377, the jetway is going to be connected.
There we go. Now let's see that what Amila was talking about with the there it is. Okay, it was the top one. That's what that was for. Okay. Well, I think we can go ahead and just shut it down here. 1 hour 7 flight time. Nice. Anyway, that's going to be it for today, folks. I do appreciate everybody coming in, whether you were on Twitch or YouTube. Greatly appreciate your viewing the stream. I will see you all tomorrow. Normal, same time. We're going from Atlanta to Dallas in the 737 MAX. And that should be it. So I will see you all later. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. At least we're one day closer to the weekend. It's always good. So I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Enjoy. Peace. Live long and prosper.